Did you know there's a hotel in Las Vegas where you can walk through the casino and not smell smoke? Tonight, I'm staying at the Park MGM to see if the Strip's only non smoking casino hotel is actually worth it. After arriving in Las Vegas about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I headed straight over to Park MGM to check in. The lobby was definitely busy, but not overwhelming, and there are actually a few different ways to check in here. I did receive an email and text giving me the option to check in ahead of time. You can use the self service kiosks, or you can go to the front desk like I did. I ended up waiting about 10 minutes in line, and overall, the process was really smooth and easy, and the staff was very pleasant. There is a bell desk that can help with luggage, and a bar located just off the lobby if you need to kill some time while you're waiting to check in. Okay, let's head up to the room and check it out. This is a standard king room here at Park MGM. And my first impression is that it really does feel more like a boutique hotel than a typical Las Vegas resort.
I love that this room has a couch and a chair and a table.
Whether you're working, eating in the room, or just hanging out, it gives you a lot more flexibility than a standard hotel room. The room was clean, and there were plenty of outlets.
Next to the bed on each side, on the left side, there's 2 plugs plus USB, and obviously the light switch for the side of the bed. And on this side is the phone. Same thing, 2 plugs, 2 USBs.
And on each side of the couch, on the right side of the couch, there were several plugs available. And to the left of the couch, there was another plug available on the wall. The TV also swivels, which is a nice touch if you're watching from either the bed or the seating area. The bathroom
got a couple of hooks up here. Mirror with some side lights. Plenty of lights. Single sink. A close-up mirror. Ooh, that's close. As you might expect, towels. They do some body lotion here. Hair dryer. Body wash, conditioner, shampoo.
In the closet, there are also drawers, hangers, an iron and ironing board, and a safe. Although the safe was just big enough for my 15-inch laptop.
So the view is a bit lackluster, but the CVS is really close.
Which is really convenient if you want to grab water, snacks, or anything else without paying exorbitant resort prices. Park MGM also has multiple pool areas, and during my stay, 3 out of the 4 pools were open.
And the 8th pool bar is 18 plus.
There are plenty of lounge chairs, along with day beds and cabanas available to rent if you're looking for a more private space. There's a pool bar, and there are even lockers with chargers in them so you can charge your devices while you're at the pool. The hotel also offers a fitness center, spa, and salon. I wasn't able to film much inside since they were pretty busy, but it's another option if you're looking to relax or get a workout in during your stay. One of the biggest highlights of Park MGM is Eataly, which is basically a large Italian market with a variety of different food options.
Si la polpette. I'm sure I butchered that. Okay, one of the things I love is that they have explanations of all the meats in case you don't know with. So prasata is, I did not.
You can find everything from pizza and pasta to coffee, pastries, and so much more. I ended up grabbing both a pizza and a pasta dish and brought them back to my room.
Okay, so I'm gonna have some dinner before I head downstairs to the casino. And I couldn't decide, so I ended up getting some pizza with their fresh homemade mozzarella. And then I got the tagliatelle with braised beef and braised beef and pork. So we're gonna try it. I will say the pizza, I watched a bunch of YouTube videos before I got here, just like most people do. I will say the pizza looked a lot crisper when I looked at those. It's definitely cooked underneath, but it's not quite as crispy as I would like it. But let's go ahead and give it a try. This has the mozzarella, basil, and prosciutto. Okay, well, it didn't look super well done in the bottom. I will say it's got a crisp crunch to it. Probably heard that. Dough's fresh. Mozzarella. I think I'm going to try and spread it around. Let's try the tagliatelle. Of course, I'm wearing white, which means I'm definitely going to get this on me. And if you know me, you know. Pasta is really good. I threw some hot pepper on there, so it's got a little bit of a kick to it. It is expensive. These are both about $25. So $25 for the pizza and $30 for the pasta, which obviously is expensive, but you are on the Strip, and I will say that it's delicious.
In addition to Eataly, there are a number of other dining options available at the resort.
So some final thoughts as I wrap up my stay here at the Park MGM Las Vegas. I love that this is a non-smoking resort. So the casino and the rooms are all non-smoking. The room is really comfortable. I particularly love that they have a large couch, a chair, and a table, so it's perfect for doing work or dining or having some friends in the room without anybody having to sit on the bed. The bed was really comfortable. It was a little bit softer than I usually like, but I slept like a baby. Overall, I've had a very peaceful experience. The only strange thing is the noise. I didn't have any issue with noise from my neighbors. I didn't hear them at all, actually, except when they put down the blinds. I would hear the noise from the chain, which seems a little weird. It also probably means they can hear me talking right now. But otherwise, I didn't have any problem with noise in my room. I did, however, walk down the hallway yesterday, and several times people would be having conversations in their room that did not seem particularly boisterous, but I could hear their conversation. So I'm not sure how well it's soundproofed, particularly at the door, but again, the overall experience was really peaceful. So I don't know if it was the clientele on this particular trip or that it is pretty soundproofed except for the door. I can't really say. But just a note. The other thing I want to mention is it's situated well for public transportation and the free tram that takes you from Park MGM down to the Bellagio, which is Center Strip. And the Deuce bus, if you take public transportation, is going to drop you right off in front of Eataly. So then you just have to walk through the food court and through a bit of the casino to the hotel elevators. So it was really convenient last night after a full day of touring Vegas to be able to hop off the bus and just get to my room in less than 10 minutes for sure. So that was another bonus for me. And it's right by the T-Mobile Arena. So on a concert night, this would be Very convenient.
So for my 2 nights at the Park MGM King Room, I paid $113.38, which was essentially my resort fee of $50 per night plus taxes. I also got $40 in free play, again while booking through my MGM rewards. If I had paid for this out of pocket, I would have paid $247. So I saved over 50% on this room, plus got some free play because I went through my MGM rewards.
Okay, that about wraps it up for my Park MGM Las Vegas resort tour. If you got any value out of this, we'd really appreciate it if you liked the video. Of course, subscribe if you haven't already. And if you have any questions, just put them in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer them if I can. And if you'd stayed here before, I'd love to know what your experience was. Thanks so much for watching our video. This is Kathy from Suitcase Packed World Travel. We'll see you in the next one.